If I were a better writer, I'd have a better intro monologue to this video. But I'm not. So here's what you get. The Deschutes River is absolutely the lifeblood to Central Oregon. It provides the recreation, certainly. The rafting, the fishing, heck, even the drinking water. Don't even get me started on the water table in Central Oregon. But it also provides water to the agriculture. It is the irrigation water that flows throughout Central Oregon. In short, Central Oregon wouldn't be what it is today without this incredible river. So when I was just a little boy, I was lucky enough to get to fish on the Deschutes River on a private cabin in one of the most remote and exclusive and private sections of the whole river. Those summer camping trips are some of my most happiest and fondest memories as a kid growing up. I have pictures of me fishing from before I could even remember that I knew how to fish. So yeah, I've been fishing longer than I can remember. I never really thought about how that phrase worked until now. Anyway, those formative memories drew me back to Central Oregon many years later from across the country. But only after I actually lived in Bend did I really get a full understanding of how impactful this river is to the entire region. So the Deschutes River begins at Little Lava Lake, and from that lake, which is spring-fed, comes this tiny little creek that you can basically stand on either side of. Yep, there it is. And travels south as a tiny creek to Kromm Prairie Reservoir. And oh yeah, there's fish in there too. From there it heads to Wicket Reservoir, where it finally turns north and completes its 252-mile journey north to the Columbia River. It's kind of weird, it heads south first and then it heads north. Like a J. Look, right now is a great time to go ahead and smash that like button and consider subscribing to our page, especially if you're thinking about moving to Central Oregon. If nothing else, so you can at least find it later when you need to talk to an agent. If you live here already, well, I'm sorry. I'm literally helping others find this place. But I promise, we only let the cool ones move here. As it winds down from Wikia through La Pine and through Sun River as it heads towards Bend, it's known as the Upper Deschutes. The river is usually pretty mild, deep in many places, and it flows through some beautiful Deschutes National Forest land. From just above Bend, through Redmond, and just into Lake Billy Chinook, it's known as the Middle Deschutes. And from the Pelton Regulation Dam all the way down to the Columbia, it's known as the Lower Deschutes, or the Lower D. All the while collecting other rivers along its path, as it is the major drainage in all of Central Oregon. Rivers such as the Little Deschutes, the Fall River, Tumalo Creek, Whitewater Creek, the Metolius River, the Crooked River, the White River, it all goes to the Deschutes. The Upper Deschutes provides most of the irrigation water to the entire region. At various sections of the river, large portions of the water are diverted through irrigation canals, which channel water throughout Central Oregon to local farmers and ranchers. This is seasonal, but amazingly, 98% of the water's flow gets diverted to irrigation in the summer. As you drive through Bend, Redmond, or anywhere really, you can see what looks like small creeks running through town. Yeah, those are irrigation canals. And while it's estimated that half of all of the water is lost through evaporation or seepage, they are still beautiful to look at. And some are even designated as historical so that they cannot be piped. Yes, although many of the canals are scheduled to be piped so that, you know, we don't lose the water to seepage and evaporation. Sheesh. Yeah, we're wading into deep waters here. I mean, gosh, what is this, a documentary or something? Okay, hold on just a dang second, okay? Now this video is supposed to provide viewers with, you know, an insight into the fun side of the Deschutes River and what it brings to Central Oregon. I'm an avid fly fisherman and a huge advocate for this river, But please, let's not get off the deep end and talk about all of the water conservation issues that are going on. We get it, I totally get it. It's the only river we have to take great care of it. But do me a favor and spare this video all the comments about river conservation. Where was I? Oh, back to the good stuff. Okay, again, it's the lifeblood of the entire area, but not just because of the irrigation factor. Although we love and honor our farmers, heroes, just heroes. So much respect. But we cannot bring up the Deschutes without talking about all of the fantastic recreation that it brings. Whitewater rafting? Oh yeah, there's rafting in various places along the river, specifically the areas of Big Eddy just above Bend, and then way down near Maupin, where there are multi-day trips full of class 3 and 4 rapids. But what about just casually floating the river? Yep, you can do that almost anywhere. I mean, you have to check though, because you can't really just go anywhere. The Deschutes is a wild river. You might plop your tube down in the middle of the river and then before you know it, you're going down the falls. The Sun River area is famous for river floating. Also, right in the heart of Bend, there are many sections where you can float to stay cool during the summer. They even built you a whitewater park. But it's not just about float tubing and whitewater rafting. You can paddleboard in the slower, flatter sections, or you can kayak in some of the more extreme rapidy sections. Is rapidy a word? Is rapidy a word? And then of course my favorite, fishing. The fishing on the Deschutes varies greatly. I mean, it's a long river, starting from just a little trickle to a major powerhouse river. And there are fish in every part of it. Again, the different sections of the Deschutes have different species, different rules, and different styles that work better. But mostly, the Deschutes is known as a blue ribbon fly fishing river. The upper and middle sections of the Deschutes are great and famous in their own right, but the lower section is world famous for its red side trout and summer steelhead runs. It might be a steely, huh?
Yeah.
Again, this river draws people from all over the country and probably the world for its vast array of recreational amenities. From fishing to kayaking, rafting, to just hiking along it. The Deschutes is a world-class river. And here in Bend, we're able to access basically all of it. If you've seen some of our other videos, we talk about how the river basically flows right through the middle of Bend, because it does, and how all of these activities can, in one way or another, basically be experienced right in town. From our whitewater surf park, to the Deschutes River Trail, to Mirror Pond, the Deschutes, directly or indirectly, provides the secret sauce to Bend and Central Oregon's overall success and popularity. Hey, be sure to subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested in learning more about the area, feel free to check out our other videos appearing right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.